Oh, we're going to be live before we officially go live.
Live, Captain, live on your mystery trip. Is that a good song?
It sounded nice. If anyone's in here, I got to set up the stopwatch before I actually start the show. So sorry. So we know how long we're going, you know? All right, here we go.
Too short, baby, I'm so hard. Pimping these hoes on the boulevard. But I'm not here to tell you about me. I got a little story about a nasty freak. She's the kind of girl you think about in bed. Blow job Betty, give him real good head. Bust a left nut, right nut in her jaw. Sperm on her cheeks is all you saw. She could blow more head than a well blows water. Blow job Betty, make your dick get harder. She's a one of a kind, a hell of a girl. A trip and a half around the world. Catch her getting busy, bitch wouldn't stop. She's the kind of girl that make your toes pop. Every time I used to see her, I would know what's up. Blow job Betty, better blow me up.
What's up? It's Jomboy and Jake Radio. We got Too Short on the whatever it's called. He's singing Blowjob Betty. And we're doing a nighttime. I just fumbled everything. Dropped everything.
No, I'm laughing. I know some of our buddies in a group chat evoke some old memories today, but this one's kind of a deep wormhole. But if you just let Blowjob Betty ride, and then you came in with that big what's up, and you came in so hot you fainted, what would I do? I'd finish the show.
Yeah. So it's Blowjob Betty. Night Ep. And Blowjob Betty kind of fits the Night Ep theme. We're recording on Wednesday night because Jake's on an airplane tomorrow, but this is Thursday when most of you are listening, unless you're in the live chat. It's Valentine's Day, so Blowjob Betty makes a lot of sense to play for Valentine's Day. Do you know how that song ends? See, I think we have to let people know how this song ends for anyone that doesn't know, Jake.
Okay.
So I'll cut through the middle of the song. He meets Blowjob Betty. She blew him up. He loves it. Then in the second verse, he pimps her out, right?
Right.
And then the third verse comes around. Let me try and find it here.
It was on her
here it is.
My bitch, but she still was mine. So I went in the back room, seen the bitch. Slapped on the head, said you ready to switch until the players out there instantly. Blowjob Betty started serving me, cause the player I am till the day I'm dead. I was sitting on the sink, getting some head. It was all so good and much too true. One young freak and the whole damn crew. But then I shot that fatal nut. Must have knocked that bitch on her butt. She couldn't even breathe, she was holding the phone. Me and my homies just hit the dough. My homeboy said, short, don't worry. But that next day, I read this story. A young girl died just last night. She choked on sperm in her windpipe. It was on her face, her neck and chest. And we're sorry to say there's no suspect. When I saw that, my brain clicked. I bust a nut and killed a bitch. It might sound sick, it might be petty, but you never got sucked by Blowjob Betty.
So he killed her. Yeah, he busted it in her neck and windpipe. Pretty graphic song. The 90s rap, man, it was a different time.
Yeah, I thought you were going to sum it up for the people. You let it rip.
I can't tell that story. That's too short.
I really disagree. I would have loved to hear that story from you.
That is too short story. I can't tell that story.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to Blowjob Betty. That ends songs with girls' names in the title week. Two Bettys, Black Betty and Blowjob Betty.
Wow, back to back too.
Could have been the same girl.
Yeah, never say never.
Never say never. How you doing, Jake?
I'm all right. We're as we mentioned, rare night episode. Got a Coors Light with me to wash it down. Been a long day. Going to be an early morning. I have to wake up. In a few hours. I still haven't packed or anything yet.
Yeah. You gonna pack in the same style that we went on that ski trip in college when you packed? That was pretty fun.
Like similar. My style hasn't changed a little. I mean, that was high end ridiculous.
Can we talk about your stupid roommate that year? So Jake stuck with this roommate who sucked, and we all go away for.
I roomed with a roommate. I didn't sleep with a roommate.
I said you were stuck with a roommate who sucked.
Stuck. I thought you said slept with.
No, you're stuck with a roommate who sucked, and like we were juniors, he was a freshman. It was weird. Anyway, this kid like one time we came into your dorm room and he was watching his own high school hockey highlight DVD of his own highlights.
Yeah.
Like he was just hanging out in the dorm room watching his own high school highlights, and he said it to us. Like, what are you watching? Oh, these are my highlights from high school.
Yeah.
What, you put that in the DVD player and are watching them? Anyway, my favorite story is we're packing to go away for a ski weekend in college. And we're all in Jake's room, and he's like, I got to pack. So you open up your suitcase and just open it up, and me and Proach and whoever else just start tossing like all your belongings in there.
Yeah.
Some clothes made it in, which was nice.
A couple clothing items.
A lot of like random objects in your dorm room, and you just rolled with it and just zipped it up and went like, okay, I'm back. Thanks, guys. And one of the random objects that was in that suitcase was your roommate's landline telephone that he brought to college with him and never set up. It was just in the box that got thrown in there. Yeah. And I remember we were hanging out like Saturday night at the snow weekend, and you got a call from him. It's like, hey man, I know that like it was a joke and like all that, but I think that you have my landline in your suitcase. You just make sure you bring that back, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of a good point, but we're like, shut up.
I 1,000% will bring it back. Yeah, he hadn't run into life yet.
That's a really good way to sum it up in a nice way, Jake.
Yeah, no, and the kid had the best intentions. He got me. Do you remember his birthday gift to me?
No, I'm excited to remember
it. So he got me a birthday gift, which he didn't have to. It was October, so we've been roommates for like a month and a half.
No, you don't get that person a birthday gift.
Yeah, I mean, I was nice to him. I was friendly with him. So he got me a shirt that said, "This is my keg stand shirt," but it was upside down. So when you were doing a keg stand, it would be right side up and you could see it.
Yeah. Very college.
The kid hadn't really ran into life yet. Hope he's doing well. Haven't checked in on him. And then sometimes people like fun facts. I became an RA for the semester after that, and I was one of the best RAs there ever was.
Yep. Yeah, we have proof. I'm drinking a beer with you, Jake, because you said you were drinking a beer, and I got excited because it's been a rough day for me. That's kind of a loaded loser thing to say.
Sure.
It's been a rough day for me, but I wiped up diarrhea on 3 occasions. Zimmer's getting so old.
Oh, I thought it was you.
Well, that is, I've done that. You wiped up your own diarrhea. No qualms there. Off my butt. Everyone wipes their own butt.
Blowjob Betty, kick it.
No, I was recording. We recorded a lot today, and I was editing. And on 3 occasions, I walked outside to just like Zim had. Just can't control his bowels that well. We got to take him to the vet to try and change his diet. And the 3rd time I told Jake this, I was just like a pull out your hair moment. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Can't really be mad at him, but just like, I got to do this again.
Yeah.
So Jake said he was drinking a beer. I was like, I'm going to drink a beer too, motherfucker. I was shocked I had a beer in my fridge. I do. It's called a Perpetual IPA.
Okay.
Do you know when this is from? There was a time in the Talking Inks group chat where Adam said, like, drink a beer, pussy, you won't. And I was like, fine. And I went and bought a 6-pack.
Okay.
This is one of those. I think that's from like 3 months ago.
Yeah, that's tough. This was totally a leftover beer. But it's like Colorado law. You have to have at least a Coors Light in your fridge so you can see the mountains turn blue. Give me a Coors. I had an IPA. I passed on it.
Do you know that in California, in the areas I've lived, and I can speak for not just my friend groups, but many of friend groups in the region, Coors Light is much more the cheap beer of preference in California, whereas in the New Jersey, Connecticut areas, among several different groups, it's Bud Light or Busch.
Yeah, I think it depends on the price point a little bit. It depends on what beer you're introduced first, I feel.
I think the first thing is it. And I think it's more popular just sent down the line.
Yeah. Sometimes it changes by neighborhood. I mean, think about how dumb you are in high school. If you have one joke that sticks, like if you have a buddy named Bush, like you could end up always drinking Busch Light at its house. Like, oh, Bush is hosting the party tonight. Guess we're drinking Bushes at Bush's.
In high school and college in California, we were a huge Keystone. That was the bottom barrel Coors Light. That was the cheapest, and there was one liquor store at Sonoma State where you get 2 30-packs for $20. It was 13 for one, and we would haggle with the guy and like be friendly. We're like, give us 2 for 20, and he would. The cheapest deal ever.
I know we're doing a lot of memory lane stuff, partially because the sports ain't great, and we're not missing the Australian stories because it's night show. But this is kind of fun, dude. Remember Bob?
Yeah,
the Packy guy. How ridiculous was he?
Our buddy DeSorbo gave him money every Christmas.
DeSorbo is such an old man.
He would give him a Christmas card with cash in it. And we're like, did you just give the liquor store guy cash? And he was like, yeah, dude, that guy's been serving us underage for 3 years. Like, okay.
Yeah. You're not wrong, but
we would go into the Packy, which if no one's from Connecticut, that's what liquor stores are called in Connecticut, Packy, package stores. We would go in there and get a keg and just straight up, not even haggle, we just tell him. He'd be like, it's 60, the deposit is 30. And we're like, well, we're not going to do the deposit because you know.
The deposit is not happening, Bob.
What do we say?
You have to know this by now. We're not paying the deposit.
We'd say, Bob, we're not going to do the deposit because you know us really well. Obviously, we're going to bring it back. And he was just like, okay.
It was kind of incredible negotiating skills. Bob, we come in here 4 times a week. We're going to return the keg, dude.
Yeah. There's no deposit necessary. We'd always return it, but we'd always just haggle. That was pretty wild.
And then I think a scene whether it's making a movie or a mini series or something we do next, and I think we got to get out of memory lane a little bit because you and I could do this all night. But I remember we got a keg. I forget if it was for the hurricane. We were doing the hurricane or if it was something else. But we get the keg. We're running hot. Like, we're excited. We're a bunch of late teens, early 20s who just got a keg. We're ready to get back and get the party started. We take one turn in our buddy's SUV, and the keg just pops out and smashes the side window.
Yeah. And it was our one buddy who would care. Jake and I would not let that ruin our night. We would just be like, fuck, that sucks. Okay, let's go drink.
It would really suck. That's high up there on the suck scale. But he's a car guy.
Yeah, like for him, that was terrible.
Yeah. I feel like he played it well off that night.
Probably.
But, yeah, that was a good classic movie scene. Excitement. We're doing such good things. Oh, my God, we're so fucking dumb.
Let's go into the sports.
Sure.
Pitchers and catchers is here. The people they reported to the sports place. The baseball players are getting ready to do the baseball. Ellsbury's hurt. It's pretty cool. We just recorded Talking Yanks, so we're probably not going to rehash any of that. But Ellsbury's hurt, and no one's shocked. The Nets go to triple overtime with the Cavaliers, who were wearing uniforms that I thought, quite frankly, sucked. They looked like Nickelodeon 90s like hoop jams. That's what they looked like. And D'Angelo Russell went 6 for 6 in the third overtime to win the game at 9 points. Jakey covers, and I covered because I agreed with Jake. That's a crazy triple overtime cover. Good for us, Jake. We're both so smart. Iona beat Siena.
Nice.
Thanks.
Go Gales.
Go Gales. Idiots on North Ave. That's what they call them. Wow. Jay Glazer says his boldest prediction is that the Giants may trade Odell Beckham Jr. this offseason. Good bold prediction, Glazier. That'll get people talking. We're talking. Rutgers basketball escapes with a beautiful road win at Northwestern. Didn't read the article, but the headline says the win was beautiful. They're 10th in the Big Ten. I don't know how beautiful the win could be. The Knicks lost to the 76ers 126-11. Embiid ran into a stats guy who Charles Oakley used to run into. Says Embiid, the biggest guy to run into him. Jake wrote that sentence, and I just read it like Ron Burgundy. I don't know what that means. What is that last sentence, Jake?
So I'll tag you in something. So Embiid went flying into the stands, like full out.
Oh, okay.
And he dodged. There was like a pretty gal in one of the front rows. And he dodged her, and he jumped into this guy who's like I think he's like a lifelong stat keeper at the Garden. Like he keeps the stats on the sidelines.
That's what stat keepers would do.
And Embiid popped him pretty good when he jumped into the stands. And yeah, the guy just said, like, they interviewed him and they were like, "Oh, is that the biggest guy to run into?" He's like, "Yeah, Charles Oakley ran into me a few times. Embiid's pretty big." It's like, all right, thanks, guy.
Been looking for a new job for 20 years.
You keep the stats and have twice a year have some of the biggest men in the world run into you.
It's pretty brutal, but hey, I'm doing it.
I want to. Oh, he's getting older. He was a big guy.
I wonder if there's like a fragile ability that's-ness. I wonder if there's a fragile ability-ness that comes into being able to sit courtside at a game during the stats. Like if my grandma was the stat keeper, I don't think she should be allowed to. She's very frail.
Oh, Jimmy, actually, you need to see this because it's essentially a drop kick to the chest. Tagging you in that now on the Twitter sphere. I'll pivot. I'll hit Ellsbury real quick because I know you're not going to want to talk about it because we just talked about it on Talking Yanks. Jacoby Ellsbury, if you don't know, you're not a Yanks fan or a baseball person. He's a baseball player. He used to be pretty solid. Got a big contract. Notoriously made out of glass. He hasn't played in like a year and a half. The Yankees start off spring training basically by saying, Ellsbury is still hurt after he missed all of last year. And everyone's just like, come on, you can't open that way. But now Jimmy has seen the video. Jim, your thoughts?
This is Sparta.
Yeah, a little bit.
The
girl's face at the end is really good.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, I hate basketball. This was exciting. Thanks for taking me, babe."
Dude, imagine having a man that size run into you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if my grandma was the stat keeper, that's game over.
Like if your little brother did that to you right now, something on you would hurt for months.
Yeah, dude, it sucks when you reach that age where you completely pivot to like, it's not fun. Like even in college, I could take a kick to the chest and it would be like we'd laugh about it.
Like in college, if your brother just came in from the other side of the camera that I can't see right now and laid into you, you'd be like, "Luke, what the hell are you doing?" But if he walked away and gave kind of a silly smile, you'd be like, "Okay, just blindsided pop me." Yeah, we're kind of out of that stage. But not the stat keeper. Oh, that's tough. That was close to Breen. Thank God he didn't catch Mike Breen.
So you didn't watch the end of the Nets game, even though it perfectly coincided with our break from Talking Yanks and this?
I was watching from my phone.
The numbers move or the actual game footage?
Just the numbers move. I was getting stuff ready. I was getting organized. The girl came home. I was getting my stuff to come down here. I changed rooms. So I was just following from my phone.
What a loser!
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to fight it.
Yeah. It was a good game for people that bet the Nets.
Yeah, and the over. Triple OT. That's nuts.
Yep.
Hey, big game for the Nets, Jim. Heading into the All-Star break, they get the W. This is everything we talked about. It just took 3 OTs to do it.
They said, like, the announcers were like, D'Angelo Russell does not want to go to fourth overtime. He wants to head into the break on a win because he went 6 for 6 from the field in the third overtime. Just put the game away.
Please stop this game.
Yeah. What about the Jay Glazer saying the Giants may trade Odell? This is just headline grab. Like, it's his boldest prediction, so he can easily be like, well, that was my boldest prediction. Of course, if my boldest prediction comes true, it's not my boldest prediction.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Jay Glazer's kind of in the know. I mean, it wouldn't be shocking. It would kind of be like, I mean, if this happened, Giants fans would fake throw a hissy fit and then a couple weeks later be like one less thing. Because they would, dude, my 20% rule, I'm telling you, I'm obviously not going to write something up, but it's something I'm going to start trademarking, is my 20% rule. So you're a Giants fan. You're a Giants fan. You like the Giants. But you try to be neutral. You try to be a sports fan. But let's say, think about it as if 50% is right in the middle. Like, if you're a fan, you just naturally have a lean. You're going to be 60%. You're going to be slightly off neutral. And so when you see Odell be amazing, you're like, yeah, I know some of the antics are ridiculous, but he's arguably the best wide receiver in the league. The Knicks just did this with Kristaps. You tell yourself Kristaps is this futuristic star and he's going to get stronger and he's going to get better. Then when they traded him away, you're like, well, you know, Kristaps was kind of a diva and he's kind of injury prone and he wore out before the season. That's the 20% switch. You go from 60 past 50 to the 40. So that's exactly what would happen if Odell got traded. Like, they'd be like, how could the Giants trade this generational talent, blah, blah, blah. Then they'd see him throwing a hissy fit on the Niners sideline, and they'd be like, oh, enjoy that, San Francisco. So, I don't know. It's kind of a hot take. Who knows what the money's there? Who knows what market's there? But yeah, good headline. Got me going for a sec.
Nothing I say should be important to anyone.
What was that last part?
I haven't used that in a while. It's really rude.
I thought you were going to double down on it. I have a fun Iona story, which I've probably told you once or twice before, but I want to say it right now.
My parents met at Iona. Is it more fun than that?
I don't want to say yes, because that just puts me...
Well, they got married at Iona. Is it more fun than that?
That puts me in a Chris O'Brien headlock real quick. But, like, you're going to say it kind of is, but it's not.
They tore down the church and put up a parking lot.
You know Danny Farina.
Yep.
Silly booger. He went to Iona. And freshman year...
Silly booger.
He is. He's the one I told the red card story the other day.
Yeah.
Kid grabbed his junk, punched him. Danny weighs 140 pounds. Anyways, so he was like, it was that freshman year excited when you're like, yo, I'm going to visit all my friends at college. I'm going to take one weekend and I'm going to visit all my friends at college. And then you get into college and you're like, yo, I just want to stay at my college and party. But Danny wrote me in before that. So he's like, yo, come to Iona for a weekend. And I was like, yeah, dude, down. Looked like he was having a good time. So he told me to come. And when the weekend I got there, it was like finals or midterms. I forget if Central was out, but like I came through, which at first I was like, shoot, shouldn't you guys be studying for that? They're like, no, we're good. So we like party one night, and one of the guys was like, yo, tomorrow we should go to the zoo. And everyone was like, yeah, man, that'd be fun. Bunch of kids going to the zoo. Yeah.
Doesn't want to be fun.
So we wake up and everyone's still like drunk, young guy, hammered mode. And the first person that wakes up goes, we're going to the zoo. We're going to the zoo. So we went to the zoo. It was a blast.
Was it fun?
Yeah, we had a good time. They had like a student rate, so it wasn't like expensive zoo time. Some kid missed his final to go to the zoo. The classic, like, I think it was the classic freshman year kid that you're like,
nothing
wow.
matters. Nothing matters.
Yeah, this kid's crazy. He just skipped his final to go to the zoo, and then you don't see him for 12 years, and you're like, oh, it's because he skipped his final to go to the zoo. But tell me that's not a fun story.
Isn't it funny that, like, going to the zoo, like, when one of the animals starts shitting, that's exciting? Like, you tap your buddy, like, that elephant's shitting right now.
Check this out. People like stimulation, and you like seeing things you don't see every day. How often are you going to see a giraffe poo?
I don't know. Speaking of poop.
Grew up in the streets, man. We used to lean over to get our poops out.
It's true. Oh, soundboard Jimmy coming out.
Let's go to the national news.
Soundboard Jimmy.
It's too loud.
Yeah. Soundboard Jimmy, the cousin of Blowjob Betty, we'll discuss later. Joe Flacco, Super Bowl MVP star quarterback, gets traded to my Denver Broncos. What could go wrong? Enes Kanter, Jimmy's boy, signs with the Portland Trail Blazers. Will he play? Probably. Will he play defense? No. Russell Westbrook fends off the haters by saying he doesn't really care about all this Paul George talk. What is Russ number 2? Because they're winning. Kind of a good look for Russ. Tiger calls Phil's win extraordinary, says it's motivated. A little jab, I think. It's always from Tiger. And Matt Harvey, says he's grown from his misdeeds, and that quote is from Matt Harvey.
That last quote you read, I've grown from my misdeeds.
Yeah.
Who's that about?
Matt Harvey.
And who said it?
Matt Harvey.
Oh, nice. That's good.
So there's actually only one reason I put the Matt Harvey thing on there. And you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this a lot. What?
Yes. Nothing.
Okay, you're saying stuff. So, you know, Matt Harvey says the normal stuff. He apologizes for some of his New York antics, showing up late because he was at parties. They were talking about there's a Padres series where he showed up late and he was in Beverly Hills the night before, and just he went all in with the Batman thing, and then ended up backfiring because he started pitching poorly. But dude, so he's on the Angels now. They gave him a 1-year contract, $11 million, not bad.
That's good.
So, dude. So I was reading all these quotes in the article, and it's kind of what you expect. The Angels manager right now is Brad Ausmus, former catcher.
So weird.
Okay.
Just because it's not
Mike Scioscia. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a weird delivery by you. Brad Ausmus, former catcher, and I think CT Roots, shout out. Brad Ausmus, his first bullpen session, Brad Ausmus caught it, threw on the gear.
That is a high school baseball coach move.
Yeah, it's a little hardo, but I like it for Harvey. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Ausmus clearly saying, like, hey, day one, I've got my eyes on you, bro.
I'm not going to believe your bullshit. Like, you do a bullpen, I'm like, hey, Matt, how'd it go? No, I don't even need to ask you because I'm going to catch it, you bitch.
I'm going to be there. So I kind of like it. It is definitely hardo, but I like it. Like, first year as a new manager with Matt Harvey, who's saying these things about his past, and it's like, all right, yeah, that's cool, man. Let's see what you got. So I don't know. I like that part of the story. Man, it would be cool if Tiger could get a win, because if Tiger and Phil could have like another run in the same event, like people would just lose their ish. It would be, know how when sports events like take over, like you just feel it.
Mm-hmm. The like talk of the town.
Yeah, when I think the last time we said this was when Tiger and Phil played in that weirdo tournament and they did the chip off to end it.
Oh, it sucked. It was terrible.
But like you could just tell the environment wherever you were, like there was something going on. Like if there's a major event this year and Tiger and Phil are in it, like the world will shut down. Russell Westbrook. This is just something. Paul George.
Why are you avoiding the biggest storyline that I want to know about the most?
I'm getting there. I'm working my way up to it. It's called a crescendo, James. Paul George is playing at an MVP level. People have been giving Russ shit because he's not a good shooter anymore and never really was. Russ has been racking up triple doubles and they're winning. I've actually loved what Russ has been doing, and I haven't always been the biggest Russ fan. He gets a lot of junk and they're winning, and he is playing second fiddle. So give him love. You want to talk Cantor, your boy?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that at all. What's the Flacco contract or whatever? Are you happy with it? Come on, this is a big move.
Yeah. So my first reaction was like, just what the hell? Why? Like, because my initial reaction was that they were going to roll out Flacco and Keenum, and they were going to be like, all right, you two fight for it. Let's see who wins it. Turns out I think they're basically going to cut Keenum. So it's going to be Flacco, and they're going to bring in a young guy. That was the part that hurt my soul at first. I was like, so wait, our quarterbacks are going to be Joe Flacco and Case Keenum this year. We're not going to bring in anyone young in case somehow this doesn't work.
It just hurt me deep inside.
Yeah. So once I heard they were getting rid of Keenum, I was like, okay, I know what Elway's thinking. And this is clearly Elway being a little bit too John Elway. He's saying, we won with Peyton on his last wheels. If we could build this thing enough around Flacco, we can do better than we've been doing. And it's been a terrible group of quarterbacks. Keenum, Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch. So I don't know. Maybe Flacco got rejuvenated from being benched and he has the work ethic. But it's gonna be terrible. Their quarterback's Joe Flacco.
Yeah, it's gonna be he's Super Bowl winning quarterback, man.
But it's just I will say there's something to be respected about the Broncos hired a defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio from the Bears. They're bringing in Flacco, an old school pocket style. That's all he can do quarterback. I mean, they're essentially trying to buck the trend of the new NFL. So, hey, maybe they know something. But
do you put any stock? Do you put any stock into the stat that Joe Flacco has never won a Super Bowl that didn't have a power outage in the middle of it?
I mean, it's a big stat. There's no arguing it.
He needed the extra rest, maybe.
And if you're going to say that, you could spin that into he got rested up the whole season because he got benched by Lamar Jackson because he was so good in the playoffs.
That's the half. That's the half.
Yeah.
Crack my elbow a little bit. You know what? I got to go see Dono when we go to spring training. Be like, Dono, can you crack my fucking elbow? It's been 3 months of my elbow not being able to crack. Speaking of Yankee stuff, the Boone presser is on TV right now behind me, Jake.
Sure.
Jack Curry is too handsome to have become a baseball writer. Like, how did that happen?
Yo, did he change something about his look? Because he did look better today than previously. Just a little bit. Something changed. I don't know if it was his hairstyle or something. Something changed.
I don't know. But, he's on TV now, but for a long time, he wasn't even on TV. Do you think they just looked around the beat reporter room and were like, Feinstein, no.
Dude, it's the Hollywood effect.
All right, cool. All right. Anything else for halftime before we move on to all the best stories in the world?
How you doing over there?
Well, good. I was listening to Stephen Colbert's podcast with Conan today.
Yeah, I listened to that. That got a little dark, huh?
Yeah, a little too. Conan, I know he means the compliments, but he lays them on too thick. And then they're laying them on too thick to each other. And I know that they genuinely mean them, I think. But it was too much, and then it was too dark. But anyway, well, Colbert.
You know what it is? I think with those two, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
If he did that with Dak Shepard, I'd be like, Conan, I don't think you like that dude.
Yeah, that's true.
With him and Colbert, I mean, that's...
The most interesting part was, a late night talk show in the Manor. Who else can they relate to? Those people should talk to each other. And that's why Colbert said he asked Letterman questions do I look at the balcony? Do I look at down below? Why is the desk on that side? Is there a reason? I just want to know these things. He's like, sorry, Dave, if this is bothering you. Letterman was like, well, who else are you going to ask?
Yeah.
So anyway, I like that part. But Colbert said that when there's times when the crowd is good, this is what he said, the crowd is good, and he'll walk off and he'll be even more energized than he was on stage.
Right.
Because the crowd was just feeding him energy. And there's other times where he's got to bring the energy himself because the crowd's not giving him much. So he's like overdoing it and he walks off the stage drained.
Right.
What I'm telling you is as soon as we hit stop recording on this podcast, I might die. All of this energy is forced. And I think I'm doing a decent job.
I think you're doing great.
Because in the morning show, I wake up, I'm natural, I'm peppy, and then like the energy takes me through a little bit. But I
think I have a slight reverse effect, and I think it's leading off because normally I wake up a little closer to game time than you. So if I'm, getting the cobwebs loose, getting ready to go, and then the first thing I hear is Blowjob Betty, I'm like, okay. Like, wow, that kind of blindsided me. Like, Blowjob Betty hits me 9 p.m. at night. I'm like, all right, let's hit it. Let's get it.
I was worried about Blowjob Betty because I know that sometimes it's like you like the groovy ones to just get your body feeling good. When it's like a fucked up lyric one, you're kind of like, it's too early for this.
Well, it's just, I guess there's a world I live in where someone's like, yo, check out this podcast. And then Blowjob Betty kicks in. It's like, okay, give it till after the song.
Well, some people might skip the whole song anyway.
Know it's something interesting. How many followers do you think Conan has on Twitter?
500,000.
28 million.
It's a lot more than I guessed.
Dude, I had the same kind of shock though.
But you know why? It's because when you sign up for Twitter, it's like people you might like, and then they just throw like the first. Like there's a guy, Alex Sulkin. He writes for Family Guy.
Right.
He's just the writer for Family Guy, and he had like the top 100 most followers on Twitter, and he said it's because Twitter had him in his algorithm that was like people you might like because he was so new to Twitter and one of the first check marks. And he was in the writers group with like Conan and all the funny people. So he said like he has a ton of followers just because Twitter pushed his account right away to everyone.
Yeah. But yeah, still 28 million because he's Conan O'Brien. I think we underestimate because we grew up with Conan as the quirky, offbeat late night guy. I think he's a big time brand name now. So like him and Colbert linking up is like a big thing. And I think that's why you get a lot of that mutual respect too, because they have to. But it's also, dude, like, I don't know. How do you say it? When the comedy world they grew up in is never going to be like replicated again.
Yeah, it's completely different now.
Like with social media and all that. And like I think Colbert tried to be a writer for Conan and Conan turned him down or something like that.
I think it's interesting. I always want to kind of dive into the situation where people that are looking for people now are more searching for personalities than entertainers.
Right.
Like, okay, so I started reading Barstool when I was in college. So like in 2009, I would read. I don't read it anymore, but I mean, I would read every single blog for like 3 years when there was only like 5 a day.
Right.
So like I feel like I know those guys, and then I listen to podcasts and watch their videos all the time. I'm kind of tuned out now because I do my own thing too often.
Right.
But the difference is when I realized like I was following Paul Rudd on Twitter, and I was like, I love Paul Rudd, and then I realized I don't love Paul Rudd. I love the characters he plays in movies. I could care less what Paul Rudd has to say in real life. And it's this weird divide now where like famous people from here out are going to be so much more available to the public where like people want to know your life and your day to day and what's going on. And actors that got famous, like Leo, or like anyone in that age, they didn't get into it to not have privacy. They got into it to just act and be famous and like marveled at from afar. Where this whole trend of like famous people that get gravitated towards is changing now, where like you have to be so transparent.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me.
It's interesting.
All right. Long halftime.
Yeah.
I read the news today, oh boy, and all the news
There's like no news.
Around 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
The former Apple lawyer who was supposed to keep employees from insider trading has been charged with insider trading. Husband organized a party to expose infidelity of his wife. He had the party, he had everyone come, he had his wife there, he had her lover there, who was his best friend of 20 years, and then he made a grand speech to cap it all off and said, aha, you guys are cheating on me. I'm not the idiot, you're the idiots. No, you're kind of the idiot. Osman, aka Ass Man, got denied his vanity license plate. He opted for a giant decal that says Ass Man. A new Cardi B and Bruno Mars track drops on Friday. Jake, you excited? The patent for the plastic thingy that keeps the pizza box from sagging is 34 years old, and Ryan Adams, musician, is a bad guy. And his best friend, Jason Isbell, says he believes the stories. I read the news today, oh boy. So we got 3 stories on here that I would never put on here. But I'm telling you, we didn't have the full cycle of news to get some stories, so it's tough.
Yeah, the infidelity party's kind of interesting.
Yeah, what's your take on that? Because I think I have a different take than many people.
So it happened in Colombia.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the chick's a lot hotter than the old guy.
Well, he's probably rich.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I don't know. I'd like to be at the party. Like, I think a lot of people would walk away and be like, "Oh, it was awkward. It was uncomfortable." I'd be like, "Oh, I mean, that's entertainment."
Who's the fool?
Everyone.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, no, everyone's the fool. So you didn't best them. You get yourself in the process of getting them. You get yourself.
Yeah, but that's kind of what Venom does. I mean, the guy already felt like he got, so he's like, all right, you're coming down with the ship.
Yeah. I like it and I don't like it. Because I'm like, fine, she deserved it. She cheated on him. Throw a big party with all her closest relatives and her parents and her family. I think their kid was there. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know, man. Just I'm not in favor of being a dick because other people are dicks, but this is a big circumstance. You know what I really hate? When people quit their job and they do it in like a grand fashion and like make a big scene. Just quit your job and leave.
Yeah.
I'm not a scene in public guy. What about the follow-up here with Dave Osman, aka Ass Man?
Yeah, the Ass Man returns. We got this sent to us. It was a good counterpunch by him. I love it.
I think this proves that he shouldn't have got the license plate. Like he's not in it for his last name. He's in it because his last name is Ass Man.
Again, not helping his long-term cause, but hey, man, I've said it before. I'll say it again. You can do anything you want in this world, and if you want to get Ass Man decaled on your truck, you can do it.
Are you excited for the new Cardi B Bruno Mars track?
I'm never excited for music. I'm trying to think the last time I was excited for music.
That's funny because last night I was laying in bed high.
Sure.
And Katie wanted to watch Cheers, and I said, no, I have to find new music. She's like, what? And I was like, I haven't found a new artist that I like in a long time. So I just have like a void right now where I have to go find something that I really like. And I dug around on music blogs and music forums and Spotify playlists until I found something. So yeah, she was like, why don't you do something with music? And I was like, well, I don't have any rhythm or talent. Brian Hoke alert. And so I can't do that. But I recorded a Talking Songs episode today.
Yeah, I miss the music gene. I don't know if that's in the 23andMe, but yeah, man, like a conversation could happen about movie. A conversation could happen about plays. A conversation could happen about art. and I can pretty much navigate my way through it. If a good music conversation, like you mentioned Jack Curry before, you and Jack Curry start talking music, I'm out. I have none of it. I'm going to know none of the words that are about to come up when you guys talk bands or anything.
So you don't have a take on Ryan Adams being a creep, a bad guy?
I mean, I have takes on creeps and bad guys. Ryan Adams, does he have he's got one of those slow songs, right?
A lot of slow songs. I actually really, really like his music, but he's always been a pretentious weirdo. I saw him at Newport, and he's like way too much of a weirdo. He did an album that was completely Taylor Swift's album, but his own version.
Sure.
You know what song you might know by him?
He's got one like famous song.
I don't know which one that would be.
I'll figure it out.
I think this is his most famous. Oh, fuck.
1, 2, 1.
But I don't know if this is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not. But
No?
No.
The slow one? Well, maybe it's "Oh My Sweet Caroline" that you know. He's got the closing song. You know the movie where Owen Wilson goes behind, it's Behind Enemy Lines, Owen Wilson?
Yeah.
Great movie. He's got the closing song of that. Anyway, he was married to Mandy Moore, and I don't think anyone cares about this, but maybe these things came out. Lindsay Adler was like commenting on it. All these female musicians came out. It's like he offers to produce your record for you and then just hits on you. And
Sure.
It's really like aggressive and using his power. His best friend, Jason Isbell, who's my favorite artist. Jason Isbell needed to get sober a while ago, and he said his number one step to getting sober was to tell Ryan Adams, his best friend, I'm going to get sober, because then it made him accountable, you know?
Sure.
So anyway, someone tweeted at Jason, was like, did you know about this? And he said, I did not. And then they said, do you believe it? And Jason Isbell said, yep. So bad luck for Ryan Adams. So I don't know how many people like slow, like alt country music like I do, but tough luck.
Good. I'm done with them.
Yeah. Mandy Moore.
Never listen to Ryan Adams again.
Mandy Moore is very pretty.
Yeah.
I saw her because she was there when Ryan Adams was there. Tough.
She's on that This Is Us show, right?
Yeah, that show. That show's not for me. I'll just say that.
Yeah, same.
We got
Apple
something.
lawyer, insider trading. Yeah, I mean, what do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, don't care. This Valentine's Day starts the Genesis Open, in which a bunch of men will play golf, chasing a prize. Low score wins in golf. The Jomboy and Jake Fantasy One and Done Challenge is in the works. Jake, I have made my pick. I think I'm jumping off that same bridge again, though I didn't do a lot of research.
Okay.
My pick for the Genesis One and Done is Bubba Watson.
Oh, okay.
Who's your pick?
It's a popular pick.
Yep.
3-time winner in the past 5 years.
Yes. Plays very well. Plays very well at the Genesis Open. And he's been playing decent this year, I believe.
Yeah. But Bubba likes to turn it up. Valentine's Day. I don't know if you remember last year. I think it was last year. The NBA All-Star game was in LA. So if you remember, he went from the Genesis Open to the All-Star game, and it was like a whole thing, and people were up in arms about it. And then he came back, and I forget if he won or he finished real well, but yeah. I don't know. It was a little bit people wanting to be mad. God, lefties fare well at this tournament. I don't know. I think I'm going Adam Hadwin. Adam Hadwin.
Adam had a win, then he lost it.
Adam Hadwin, Canadian. He played well last week. He was my backup last week. I think I'm just gonna roll him out there. It's kind of he's playing decently.
Have you Google image this guy?
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to smile.
Yeah.
You can't. You can be fine with this guy up until you Google image him and you see his face and the smile he puts on. Come on, Jake. You went with
the
this
one
guy?
holding the golf ball. You don't think that's okay?
No, I think he looks like a mannequin.
No, the one holding a golf ball is fine. The other ones, I see what you're saying.
With the 59?
Yeah.
No soul. That's a guy. Nothing's going on.
Oh, that's just rude. I'm not going to let you talk about my player like that. So stop.
I'm not the best smiler. Neither is he.
Well, I'm not paying him to smile, babe.
You didn't want to go with Phil back to back? He's a 2-time Genesis champ as well.
I'm saving Phil, Jimmy.
Oh.
Little inside. What about that pick? That's an okay pick.
Let's see. What's this pick? Looks like it's just because that's a laugh, not his posed smiles are creepy. That's a genuine.
His posed smile's not great. I'll give you that, but the guy can get a smile off.
Yeah. His smile looks like a creepy mannequin version of our friend Nick Proch.
Yeah, he's got a tilt. His bottom jaw has a shift. Like he must have got punched in the face or something.
He looks like that skeleton from, is it Craig Ferguson? So when the jaw just goes,
a little bit.
Then it got stuck.
Forgot how much you love the Craig Ferguson show.
That's still to this day. You would like the Craig Ferguson show?
Oh yeah, I don't dislike it.
You used to give me shit for liking it and tell me it wasn't good.
I mean, in comparison to like Conan and stuff, yeah. So it's second rate. I appreciate the silliness. But
Conan's better, but go watch Craig Ferguson interviewing like female actresses and just flirting with them. He's quick-witted.
Quick-witted.
I used to love the Craig Ferguson show. He used to crack me up.
I know it.
And they would never give him a budget. Like they never gave him any money for a second host or for any gadgets. So he just had the robot, which is like a really bad joke. That it's like so bad. The first 10 times you're like, this is really bad. I hope they don't do this bit ever again. And then 11th time you're like, they're still doing this.
Yeah, I'll admit I didn't love the robot.
Then it makes you Jeff is a gay robot. See?
It's ahead of its time.
What else do we got? Bet of the day?
Bet of the day.
Oh, man.
Yo, wow. Get those scores up, Jake. Come on.
Yeah, I don't even think do I have lines for tomorrow? Okay, I got a couple lines. Oh, this is easy. Free money.
I got to pull up the sheet. Jakey, he's 3-1 on the week. I believe he's playing well, betting good. And Jimmy, myself, has broken his slide because the Nets took us to victory land. And we did it. We're the best ever. Jake, you're hot, man. What are you, like 12, 13 for your last 15?
I think it's 12 for 15 or something like that. It's pretty wild.
So hot. Are you worried that once you get out of Denver, that's going to mess up the juju?
I mean, there's a chance. There's always a chance.
Yeah, because, I mean, Jordan Gag, who does the stats, we're going to need some sort of, like, out-of-state bets.
I don't think so because I'm just going to stay hot, you know? That's kind of how I live now.
Okay, what do you got? This is your Thursday.
Honestly, I'm having a Rain Man moment where I know all the NBA games tomorrow. I kind of want to challenge myself.
Oh.
You know that feeling?
People have called you Rain Man before, but not as
people have called me Rain Man before. It's usually in a.
They say you're kind of like Rain Man minus the good at math.
In a slightly different light. I want to take my UConn. They've got a big game tomorrow, but I don't actually believe in them at all. I wish I could. I'll just keep the free money going. I'll keep the free money going. And I'm still going to keep it with my heart, though, Jim.
You know you're better in basketball than NBA.
Well, those are both basketball.
College.
Okay.
I omitted the word college. That's all. That's all that happened.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. There's 2 free money ones on here. This is ridiculous.
They're giving away free money.
This is stupid. Why did they do this? You know what, Jim?
Just do it, Jake.
It's the team that breaks my heart constantly.
We're
going to the Knicks-Hawks game tomorrow, Jim.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You lost. The last time you bet the Knicks, you lost.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Shay. Tapajinger.
God, the Thunder look like.
Dude, I think you're bad at betting the Knicks.
Oh, yeah.
You're 1-1. Actually, 2-1. 2-2. Okay, you're 2-2.
Okay. Well, maybe that's what it is. I need to get it positive. Jimmy, James, Jomboy. It's on a back-to-back. That's the only thing scaring me. But the Knicks have so much depth that it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're doing it. The Knicks are going to Atlanta. Final game before the All-Star break. They want to get rid of this losing streak. They want to get the young guys 1 win.
No way. Their All-Star break's coming up. They'll start the season anew then.
No, they want to pretend it's good vibes going into the All-Star break. Like they're gonna get the win, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, guys, you know what? We got that win. The second half's gonna be different. It's all smoke. It's all smoke. They've got that one guy on a 10-day contract, John Jenkins. He's going against his old team. Kadeem Allen's been playing well. And Jim, it's 7 points, which is just too many to ever give Atlanta. They're 19-38. So I'm taking the Knicks in the points. I'm sorry. Sorry, mama.
I don't know, man. Hawks are home. I don't think the Knicks are getting up for this game at all.
Oh, yeah. They are. They want this one.
I don't think they're getting up for this game.
They don't want these young guys to get near that losing streak that you want them to get to. Knicks +7, free money.
There does get to a point where no.
Yep.
I don't know, man, because the 7 does seem like too much to give a bad team.
They're a terrible team. The Knicks could easily win this game, and they're getting 7 points.
But are you a Knicks fan? That's like Matt Harvey saying he's not a dick anymore.
I am a Knicks fan. I mean, I know the consequences. The Knicks could easily lose by 40. That's the thing with gambling, and it feels like the Thunder -4 are free money, but I'm letting that go because I just know the Knicks are free money too. It's a Jakey double.
I'm torn here because I don't want to bet on the Knicks.
Right.
I don't agree with your line of thinking. But 7, like Atlanta, have they beaten anyone by 7 lately? Know what I mean?
I think Atlanta's been playing okay recently, which isn't going to help my case with you. They beat the Lakers.
Why is their logo backwards Pac-Man? What a dumb fucking logo, Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, they just lost at home to the Magic, to the Hornets, to the Raptors.
They beat the Wizards by 8.
Beat the Wizards and the Suns.
Suns by 6.
I'm
Clippers by 5.
Do what you want. Los Knicks on Valentine's Day. Try to break my heart, Knicks.
Listen, we're going to be seeing each other soon. It's nighttime recording episode. We shared some beers as we recorded.
You should put this in the stats. Nighttime pick.
Jordan, get on it. We got Jordan helping with stats and another Jordan helping with songs coming up. Here's the thing, Jake.
JJ Radio.
Everything, JJ Radio. Everything is everything in my being says I don't want to do this.
Yes, now you're starting to get it.
Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
Because we're sharing beers. It's a nice night. I want your trip to go off on a good foot. I want you to be right. It's an impressive run you're on. I just don't agree with you, but I am going to agree with you for the bet.
Well, you already did, and that's called a friends bet, Jim. And friends bets never lose, except the times they do.
Except, yeah. Well, minus all those.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh shit! I don't even know if I have blowjob Betty up anymore to end the show with.
Yeah, Betty.
Do people want? Should I just play another Too Short song to end it?
Tough, maybe.
Yeah, come on. When else am I going to play Too Short? He's my favorite '90s Bay Area rapper. I wonder if Cece likes Too Short.
Oh yeah.
God, do you think he's more of an E40 dude or a Too Short dude?
Loves both of them.
All right, I'll play one of my top. This is in my top, probably my top 3 rap songs. I was in high school in the Bay Area when this song came out. I was new to the Bay Area, Connecticut kid. Can't understand how it lasts so long. They play this at the school pep rally, Jake. The place went nuts. Yay area. There's a group of black girls in the back 2 rows, and when the line comes on, what's my favorite word? And they were playing the censored version because it's high school. The row of like whatever 8 black girls or whatever just go, bitch.
I had a feeling that's what they were gonna say.
It was wild. There it is. I'll go back.
Don't go back.
Rapper say bitch like me.
I got a pack Too Short.
Every time you see me in, what's my favorite word? They gotta say it like short. Blow the whistle. Fun. If anyone's in the live chat still, this is going to make a show. If you're a Yankees fan, the way that they said bitch in that song is exactly how Steve Sabathia said bitch when he said that's for you. That's how Bay Area people say bitch. Bitch. That's for you. Bitch. It wasn't that's for you, bitch.
Who's the bitch now?
All right. See you guys. Goodbye.